Like your father's literally in heaven with a cup of coffee. Like this is like the same way that you are across the table with me right now. Your father's showing me him and Dickie and Ed and your brother, all there like this, as if like there's some seance going on and they're like looking in on it.
That's them. That's totally them.
Sometimes when souls first pass away, right, it's hard to get in touch with them, but sometimes something happens. And what happens is there's other souls that will bring them through the front of the line, and your dad is here bringing through your brother. And first of all, I have to tell you that when I'm connecting with your brother, this is a really difficult passing to talk about, because your brother shows me that not only did he have this addiction issue that was going on, okay, and he was abusing different medications, but he also shows me when I'm connecting, there was actually serious issues within his body when I'm connecting with him.
Yes.
Because I'm asking him, why did you do this? Why did you do this? And I was expecting him to say, I was depressed, that I was emotional. And he's telling me something different. Your brother just stepped forward and said to me that he was in constant pain here in this world.
Yes.
And he's also telling me that his body was giving out on him here in this world. Did he have an issue like cirrhosis of the liver or something in his abdomen? Because when I'm connecting, I just felt all this pain right here. I keep feeling like someone's running me over with the car.
A crazy rare cancer that they didn't find until after he died.
That's crazy. What's crazy is this, when I'm speaking to him, he's making me feel all this pain in here. I feel like I need to keel over when I'm connecting with your brother. And he's also showing me this pain that's radiating through my back and through my spine. And I'm going to tell you something, that's why your brother did what he did, because this is a reading that normally I don't see. And when I'm connecting with your brother, he keeps saying to me, I didn't mean to end my life this way. I didn't want to end my life this way. He keeps telling me he was in so much pain. He goes, Matt, I didn't have an option. You're not going to believe this. And it's crazy because when I'm connecting with your loved ones, once I deliver a message, they'll start to show me more. He just said to me that the doctors didn't believe him. He tells me that he went to see doctors, that he went to see people, and they kept saying to him, like, you're fine. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you.
Yes.
But it's really sad because your brother tells me that he died and you didn't get the closure that you needed with him. He tells me that there was a separation between you and him here in this world, and that you hadn't spoke to him, you hadn't talked to him. There was this big void, and he keeps saying to me, Matt, tell my sister, I didn't mean to do her like this. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And he keeps telling me that in my ear. When I'm speaking to your brother, you need to know that he just said to me, Matt, he says, this went on, he says, for 5 years, 5 years. So the two of you were estranged for 5 years? Okay, he tells me, and he says to me, that's when he started getting sick. And the thing is that your brother didn't know it. You didn't know it, right? Your brother actually tells me that when he was here, he thought, or the reason why he was feeling this way was just because he put his body through so much. That's what he tells me. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Back in the day, your brother was like a party animal here in this world when I'm connecting with him.
Yes.
He says to me, Matt, I used to drink, I used to smoke, I used to go out, I lived life on my own rules. He goes, I would work and play hard. He goes, I'd be up 24 hours a day. I was invincible. But he also says to me, Matt, he goes, when I started feeling these issues within my body, I didn't realize how severe it was. He says, I thought in my mind, he said that this was just something to do with age. That's what he tells me. So please know that your brother's taking this opportunity right now, and with your dad, to first of all, he wants to come through and say that he's sorry for the way that you found out about his passing. Because one day I see you just finding out that he died and you're like, oh my God, now what? I can't talk to him. I can't speak with him. And he says to me, Matt, at that moment, I realized how much my sister loved me. He says to me that he's sorry for the things that he said. He's sorry for going against you. He says, and Matt, he says, I'm sorry for abandoning my family because that's what I did. But he also says to me that he was chasing love in the wrong places. And I got to be honest with you, because I see that there was this woman that was involved with him when I'm connecting. And he says to me, Matt, he says, she didn't get along with my family. And he says to me that he felt he had to choose. He says, but that was my fault, Matt. He says, I should have never let this relationship take me away from the people that loved me. But he says, I wasn't seeing things clearly, and you need to know that. So listen, I could go on and on with your brother because he's telling me all of these things about how he had felt and all these things about how his mind wasn't in the right place. But he tells me this, when he died, I don't believe that he was trying to kill himself. I do believe that he was trying to make the pain that he felt stop. And nobody can understand that. It's crazy because this is what you see as a medium that people don't understand, right? Is that when I'm looking at your brother, he looks like he's fine, like there's nothing wrong with him, like he's okay. But there was this pain that was inside of him that used to haunt him every single day. And he said to me, Matt, he goes, That's the reason why he was taking these pills. He actually tells me that a lot of them were pain meds. He keeps showing me pain meds when I'm connecting with him.
Yes, it was all sorts, Oxycontin, all of those.
He shows me that was because of the pain. So please know that your brother is here for a reason. When you found out after he died that, oh my God, he had this rare condition, this rare cancer, nobody knew about it, right? Till after he died, that was just a piece. And this is what's amazing being a medium, is that your loved ones show me all these pieces that I have to put together to get the message back to you. And that's what he's saying. So please know that he is with your father on the other side. They are both watching over you, and they are your two angels with you every single day. And you know what's so funny is that they actually tell me, it makes sense now, the dog was barking. They keep telling me they come to visit the dog. So do you ever have like the dog going crazy, or like, has the dog like seen spirits, as crazy as that is?
Yeah, they're always just staring at nothing.
Listen, know that it's crazy. Animals can actually see spirits as well. So know that when that dog just starts going crazy, know it's their way of acknowledging that, and know that your dog is seeing something that you're not. All right. I really hope that this helped you. And but there's one other thing. Is there also Richard?
My dad's brother was Richard. He went by Dickie.
Okay. And he had passed as well?
Yes.
That soul's also there, because I forgot to mention that. They went like this. This is what I see as a medium, right? I'm going to wrap up and I hear, wait, Rich is here. I was going to call him Dick. Listen, I'm not going to say that on the live. I was going to wait for you to say it before I say it, because next thing you know, somebody will say, oh, Matt Fraser called my uncle Dick. Or I'm not calling anybody Dickie unless you say it first. But know that the fact that Richard had passed, please know that he's also there on the other side, because he needs you to know, your dad needs you to know that he's back with his brother.
Thank you.
All right. And by the way, wait, now they're all... Oh my God. And there's also Fred that's there. It's going to be either Fred or Ed that also passed.
Ed. It's
Who the
Ed.
hell's that?
That's my dad, one of my dad's closest friends.
They won't leave me alone now. They're all like, well, no, wait, Ed's here too. And as a medium, you guys, this is how I hear them in my ear. Like, I didn't know if it was Fred or Ed, but I hear that being whispered. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
So first of all, know that they're all here, letting you know. Your father's cracking me up. He goes, sorry, Matt. He goes, this is just so cool. This is just so cool that I can speak like this. He goes, I never had the opportunity to tell my daughter they're all here and with me. So we need you to know that. And this is the first time I've seen, like, your father's literally in heaven with a cup of coffee, with everybody there around the table, all right? Like, this is like the same way that you are across the table with me right now. Your father's showing me him and Dickie and Ed and your brother, all there like this, as if like there's some seance going on and they're like looking in on it.
That's them. That's totally them.
So know it's their way of just acknowledging that from the other side and letting you know that he is there and with you, and his soul is safe and at peace.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, guys.